All right, I just needed to check on those jury mailers and the letter size recording thing.
Yeah,
Right.
so anyway.
Okay.
Okay, Doc. Could I see the P00137 file, please?
You gonna look at it here?
Uh-huh. But I'm not going to use my camera, but I need a place to sit and view it. Were you able to get the other?
I need to be able to see you when you look through the file, so you
That's
won't take
fine.
anything out. So,
Right.
if you want to go
Were
back
you
this
able
way.
to talk to Judge Hudson and get the other
I did.
documents? Okay, great. Thank you.
Come on.
You sit right here beside me.
Okay. Alrighty. Thank you. Value of First Amendment. Ms. Piggies, were you able to ask, Coach Hudson, Judge Hudson, if I could use my laptop to take notes?
No, I do not.
Okay. Does that bother you? If I do?
Miss Nichols.
Miss Nichols, I'm sorry.
Oh, Miss Piggy.
Oh, I'm sorry. I knew a lady in Oxford named Miss Piggies. I'm sorry.
I don't know if it'll be a problem if you take notes on that.
Okay, well, I tell you what I'll do is I'll take notes. I've got to go to a hearing at 1:30 to discuss those documents, so it would seem reasonable I would have notes.
William, you're in trouble. William, you're in trouble.
Yeah, she is using it.
Okay.
The telephone to call,
Okay.
saying she has a camera. Value of the First Amendment. What people do in secret and illegally, they rarely do.
With Jack
With a camera. But you must remember, this is Mississippi.
Right, that's true. That's true. They don't have packaging slips or anything. So we got it. We took care of it.
This is Mrs.
Eva Dunkley.
Okay, tell me what you like about America.
The variety.
It is nice. Is Natchez a nice town?
Natchez is somewhat a nice town. I was born and reared here. And it's places for improvement. But I live here, so I gotta love it.
I read an article about Medgar Evers saying they asked him why didn't he leave, and he said, you know, it's a beautiful place. I'd like to raise some cattle here. I'd like to be free here.
That's right. And you can't just walk away. You've got to take a stand for what's right.
Yes, ma'am, you do. Do you believe that could America become a police state? Do you think?
America.
Could America become a
Mississippi.
police state? Oh, well, or Mississippi, whichever one you'd like to comment on.
Well, anything is possible.
What is a police state?
That's what I want to ask you. You asked the question.
Do you want your name on the video? You have that choice. I can take it off or I can leave it on when you're on there. But what's your name?
My name is Eva Dunkley.
Oh, yes, ma'am, you told me. So if you're going to say something, then you have to say something interesting about Natchez or Mississippi or why families are important, something that people would want to watch.
Okay.
Okay.
So you want me to say why Natchez?
No, I want you to say what you know. Do you have anything interesting you know that I don't know? I'm sure you do.
About Natchez?
Or families. Or Natchez. I worked for the State Reapportionment Committee, and at that time I went to Ashland, Mississippi. And I was supposed to be documenting for the state legislature the improvement.
Did y'all need a Democrat or Republican
Okay.
ballot?
You're going to go back in and edit all of this.
I'll have to, yeah.
Okay, right. My name is Eva Dunkley, and I live in Natchez, Mississippi. And what I like about Natchez, Mississippi, and the state of Mississippi is the diversity.
Okay. What I was going to tell you, I went to Ashland, and Ashland at that time had not one black person living within the city limits.
Right.
And I asked, that was my job, was to interview for the state legislature government officials to show how much things had improved so they wouldn't reapportion it federally, the voting district. So I said, can you tell me why Natchez has no black people living within the city limits? And the man said, we don't need any. And I said, you know, it was up near Holly Springs, and
Okay.
I knew that was the end of that. So I wasn't
Right.
going to ask any other question right there.
Right.
Were you living in this area, in the Medgar Evers area?
No, I was not. My husband was in the military and we were traveling.
Did you know
But not-
him?
No, but I am a very good friend of his brother Charles. And my sister was here during the time of that era, and she was one that participated in the civil rights movement, and also was one that was sent to Parchman for no reason at all.
For what? Because of her connection with the...
Right, demonstrating.
Isn't that something? You know, I didn't realize until recently that civil rights demonstrations was not, they weren't demonstrating something, they were trying to get the white government officials to demonstrate what they did when people tried to go to the bathroom or
That's right.
vote or...
Right. They were only fighting for their rights.
Yeah, so. All right, but you think things are all better now?
Somewhat.
Yeah.
Somewhat. Only somewhat. We have a long way to go here in Natchez. But I have no intentions of leaving. And I'm going to continue to speak out on what's right. And that's what I'm known for.
Well, good for you. Thank you very much.
It's 5.
Okay, can you say that for the camera?
No, I cannot.
Okay, you said I can't use my laptop to take notes.
Nor your camcorder.
Right, I wasn't going to use my camcorder to take
And
notes.
it does say that you can use your laptop in the courtroom only.
But I cannot review the documents that will be considered then and even make notes on my laptop. But that's progress because they wouldn't let me use my laptop in the courtroom last time. Okay. Do you think that Mr. Vines will be in this morning?
Get that camera off me immediately, please.
All right. Do you think Mr. Vines off of you? Do you think Mr. Vines will be in this morning?
No.
Ms.
Let's
Parker,
see.
you cannot take any notes at all.
I can't take notes?
Ma'am, back to what he was asking me. He's not here tonight today. But that's what he said. No, he's talking. What you say? Okay.
May I help you? Hey,
Miss Nichols, who said I couldn't take any notes?
she's not over here right now. Okay, I will.
Transfer me to Judge Hudson, please.
We're calling Judge Hudson.
Jillian, this is Melody. Ms. Harvey insists on taking notes with this file that she has over here. And, could you ask Judge to write something to let her know while she's videotaping on this camera that she cannot take any notes? Please.
This is called shaking because you're nervous. Miss Nichols is calling Judge Hudson. Now, Miss Nichols has said that as an attorney licensed in Mississippi for 25 years that worked for the State Reapportionment Committee, I cannot take notes on a file that will be considered at a hearing at which I am the appellant at 1:30, the designation of record.
7869, I think. Yes.
Yesterday,
Did you get that phone, Charlie?
Miss Nichols only had 2 documents other than my pleadings in the file, even though there are lots and lots and lots over 3 or 4 years now. Well, since August of
No,
2000.
he's not going to do that today. No.
Mr. Vines I was told would be in this morning, but he's the circuit clerk and he's not in this morning. And that's how things usually are. They usually leave the underlings to get in trouble, just like Hudson left old Bink to get in trouble, but Bink decided he didn't want to be in trouble. So he left Miss Nichols. So you just do whatever the judge says. Let's balance on the thing. Sometimes it makes you tremble.
I'm not, he was in earlier, but I'm not sure if he's here right now. Hold on, let me check.
I think those people shook him.
He's from Quality Glass and he's supposed to measure.
The desk, yes. Alan, Tom, Joan. Thank you.
Hold on, one more. He not here.
So what's the word? I can not even use a legal pad and take notes? Or I can?
She gonna sit right there.
Mr. Gaylor's not here right now.
Did you ask?
She's gonna sit there.
Jackie, yeah, she is.
Let's see. I don't think she has an opinion.
This is Jackie.
You can sit right here, and you have to give one of the deputies your camcorder, and you can take notes with your
Oh.
laptop. That's
Thank you.
gonna do it.
With my laptop I can?
Yes,
Oh, good.
only notes.
Only notes.
Just a minute.
Okay.
Okay.
What else does one take with a laptop?
This is Jackie.
Okay.
Uh-huh.
Let's see.
Okay, if he
I
comes.
have one more question. I have a recorder on my laptop
Oh,
that's
yes, again?
used for
Okay. I sure
audio
did.
files. Can I read into it?
Okay.
No, you cannot.
I cannot. Okey doke. Thank you very much. Okay, and you want my camcorder, eh? The value of the First Amendment. Last time, the police were called. This time, they not only went back to the judge, asked for the records that are supposed to be in the file, some of them, and now I can take notes. If I'm not filming the notes, but I have my own camera, I'd rather not give it to you. Is it all right to just keep it with me with it closed up? Yes, ma'am, I'm talking to you.
Again, Judge Hudson says, if you want to look at that file that's over there, you can, and you have to give one of the deputy clerks your camcorder.
Okay, thank you. Sure. And any deputy clerk may watch it that loves to, or? Hi. Can you get that? That lady doesn't want to be on camera, I don't think. There you have it. Baby desk.
Oh, excuse me, I'm sorry, I'm sorry.
morning. Ethan, remind me when we come out to take some pictures of the youth court. We can make sure there are no minors on the porch. They have a release from their parents. Oh my goodness. Good day, good day. Goodbye, goodbye. Drew, is that you? I can't see without eyes. I bet we've got 6 people. We've got the DHS director, Ashley Manfred Phillip, Vivian Letard, and Judge Hudson. You know what they said about the Texas Rangers? They called them to subdue a mob. They sent one ranger. He said, we got a mob. You only sent one. Is it 3?
I think it's 2.
One ranger. He said, you only got one.
It's 3, sir.
He said, you only got one mob. You know, Jehovah's doing this. It's going to be great. If he's not, maybe he's going. So, but that disposition from there was a lie. Order. It said that they had made all these conscientious efforts to reunite the family, but there was, you know, all these plans. Parents hadn't complied with a plan, of which there was no plan. Under Ashley's thing, see, that's why I know it's Holy Spirit, is because they gave me all those things done by plan.
Did you just want me to get the front page off that contributing to the neglect or delinquency of the child?
Yes, please.
Me too. Yeah.
Here's this. Let's go over here.
Okay.
Yeah.
Remind me too, also.